Hi guys, thank you for joining me. My name is Nina and welcome to my channel. I just want to thank everybody who has been supporting the channel with comments, with any sort of engagement, and yeah, just thank you for all your support. And thanks to all the new subscribers as well. Mm, Today we're doing a different kind of reading. This is um, probably not going to be a very popular one because it addresses something that needs to be healed. Now, the objective of this reading is to understand how we can heal a wound that we have been carrying, probably for a really long time. This is All of us carry wounds. This has to do with your inner child, with your childhood mostly, or just our experiences in life. And this reading is meant to be a positive, useful, and uplifting one. And today I'm only using oracle cards, and I felt really guided to do this reading. I've done a similar reading for myself, and I have found it to be quite useful and uplifting and empowering at the same time. So, we are not going to go into what our wound is and where it has come from, but we're just looking for answers as to how we can heal in any shape or form from this wound or multiple wounds. Okay, so these are intended to be healing messages from your spirit guides, from spirit, from the higher consciousness, whatever it is that you believe in. Alright, so we have three piles before you. We have the one with the yellow thread, then we have the pink thread, and the one with the purple thread. So take your time if you need, and pause the video if you need more time to decide which pile to go for. I'm sorry I don't have more piles, but I'm pretty sure that we'll get multiple messages. So it's a general reading, and take the messages only that apply to you and leave the rest. Alright? So I'm going to start with the first pile, which is the yellow one. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen the yellow thread spool here, let's take a look at your messages. We have yang, then we have to be fair, okay, then we have thinker, next we have wolf, instinct, then we have ancestors, generations, we have ocean, ebb and flow, and we have green man, synergy. Okay, this is a beautiful spread of cards. What I'm getting here is that we're asking the question how we can heal this wound, or how you can heal this wound. What I'm seeing here is that possibly this wound has something to do with your ancestral patterns, something to do with how things have been going on in your family and in your bloodline for a long, long period of time. It's not something that is new. So, when we talk about ancestral patterns, this is we're talking about generational hand me downs and generational um, patterns and things that we usually have no control over. So, all of us are born into certain families which have their own way of life, which have their own way of how things are, supposed to be. And it's really difficult to break out of these ancestral patterns, but I believe that you are someone who are capable of doing that. And I see that you are a really intuitive person, somebody who understands the ebb and flow of life, someone who understands um, what going your own way and standing standing out and standing up for your beliefs is like. I believe you are that kind of a person. And you also can't see injustice. You're someone who has a really strong personality. You're opinionated. You think about what is right and what is wrong, and you want to have balance in that. For some of you, the way to heal this wound is actually quite profound. You might actually be involved in some kind of activism, and you are going to be actively involved in some sort of um, yeah, activism actually. You may even be involved in some sort of legal work. You may be inclined towards that line of work. And that is actually going to help you break from these ancestral patterns. What is coming to my mind is, let's say you are a woman and you have been seeing through your generations um, behaviors and attitudes towards women that you don't agree with, and you want to change that. You want to bring about a change in the attitude and in the overall perspective of your elders. It's difficult to do that, but what I'm getting is that you're very intelligent and you know how to go about things, and you if that is the kind of work that you find yourself drawn to, if that is the kind of work, the field that you want to go into, I think it will be really good for you. I know we're not doing a career reading, but this is strongly coming to me, this message. So I had to say that. Now, for some of you, the way to break old patterns and the way to get that kind of justice that you feel you may have been denied while growing up or in your life or in a particular circumstance. The way to go about that is to use your intelligence, to use your instincts. You are someone who is very independent in your thinking, and I believe you won't be afraid of going your own way. When we think of the wolf, you also think of the phrase the lone wolf. So you are actually not afraid of being alone. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely, but you are aware of how the cycles of life go about, and you're also really flexible. That is one way of achieving this goal of healing from this wound. I'm also seeing that you are someone who is really drawn to nature. Um, you might really like going to the beach, somewhere close to water, and you're really fond of being surrounded by nature and being one with nature, is what I'm hearing. So, that is something that is definitely going to help you heal from this wound. I'm also getting for some of you, creativity is your way of. I'm seeing a lot of hands here as well as here. So, maybe doing something with your hands, doing something creative with your hands. You may be an artist of some sort, and that creative outlet is going to help you release all the emotions that are associated with this wound. It's going to help you release and break free from old patterns and old ways of thinking, and anything that is basically keeping you stuck, anything that is even giving you any sort of anxiety. That is what is going to help you. A creative outlet, maybe making something with your hands. I don't know why I thought of baking. So maybe you enjoy baking. But definitely, you are someone who is quite flexible at the same time. You know how to go about, you are aware of the ups and downs of life, and you're not afraid of them. You actually know how to maneuver through the ebb and flow of life. And I'm getting that even going out in nature and being close to water is going to help you think more clearly. It's going to help you strategize and plan more effectively. And all of that is actually going to help you be more in touch with your inner self, your inner child, and overcome any pent up emotions, any pent up feelings of abandonment, or any, and heal, basically heal any wounds that you have been carrying so far. What I'm also getting is that you are quite action oriented. So I'm also getting it's a good mix of both actually. Some people are too logical and some are too emotional. Some are more receptive, some are more action oriented, but I feel like you have a good balance of both. You can think things through logically as well as take action after um, thinking things through, but you also follow your instinct. You also are in touch with your intuition. I'm getting a very hermit like feeling from this group. You definitely aren't alone. Aren't afraid of being alone. But at the same time, being in touch with your inner self by going out in nature, by being close to water, and maybe even through activism, through creativity, these outlets are going to help you with this process of healing your inner wounds. What else? I'm also seeing that you may be someone who is really good at communication, and you're not afraid, like I said initially, to express your opinions. What is actually going to help you is to be able to express these. I feel like you maybe there's a lot of stuff that you keep thinking about and that you have like you keep ruminating over things that have happened in the past, things that may have not been really fair with you. But expressing these emotions, expressing these opinions and thoughts is important for you. So you can do that through a creative outlet. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. And through any sort of creative outlet. This could be communication by writing, communication by just speaking to people, and any form of communication actually. I see that you are actually really good at communicating, but you may not be doing that at the moment. So journaling and writing down your thoughts and having a creative outlet for your thoughts and pent up emotions and feelings is going to help you. So I hope this reading helped you, file number one, and I hope it was useful to you. Don't neglect or don't underestimate the power of being one with nature, because that is definitely going to help you a lot. I personally am in touch with I like being in touch with nature. I like being surrounded by nature and all the beauty and magic that it holds. And I find a lot of peace in that. So maybe that is going to help you heal from your wound. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it was useful. And I wish you all the very best on your journey, on your spiritual journey, and I hope to see you again in another video. Alright, do let me know in the comment section if this resonated with you and if it was useful, if it was helpful to you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Alright, so for those of you who chose pile number 2, which is the pink thread, let's take a look at what Spirit has in store for you. We have come to the edge. Then we have flexible. Then we have poised. Such a beautiful card. Next we have tree, grounding. Fairies, earth magic. And iceberg, submerged. So what I'm getting for you, those of you who've chosen this pile, is that the way to heal your wound, the way to release all pent up emotions and maybe things from the past that may be holding you back. There are several ways of doing that, but two prominent things are coming across. They're saying spread your wings. They are saying don't be afraid to be who you are, and spread your wings, because you are ready to fly. You are on the brink of taking flight. You are on the brink of a new journey. But what you need to do is to be flexible. What you need to do is be open to change and overcome fears associated with change. they're nudging you to come to the edge. This is, to me, what this is saying is that, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of change happening in your life for the better. But the only thing that Spirit is asking you to do is to take that leap of faith, to jump, um, and to be open, to spread your wings, to be unafraid of who you really are. I feel like you know exactly who you are, and you know exactly what your capabilities, what your abilities are, and you know what your dreams are, you know what you want to achieve. But there are certain things that are holding you back, and those are your own fears and insecurities. The way you can heal your wounds, the way you can overcome your fears actually is through grounding. Now, what is grounding? Often we talk about the higher chakras in our body, if you are aware of the chakra system. We talk about, everybody seems to be more interested in the third eye chakra, in the crown chakra, in the heart chakra, in the throat chakra. By the way, I am seeing a lot of purple in your cards, so you may actually be somebody who is um, really instinctive, somebody who is very intuitive, and your crown chakra may be quite active. But what you need actually is grounding as well. So, what is grounding? It is being in touch with your roots. This, in the literal, in the 3D form, this is going out in nature and meditating, maybe around trees, or just surrounding yourself with nature. And one way of doing that is through open eye meditation. Um, I don't know if you follow Eckhart Tolle, but he speaks of allowing presence to come into our life, into our being, by meditating with something that is natural. It could be a flower, could be a tree. So the uh, in the process, when you are meditating by looking at a tree or a flower, in during that process, you become aware of the life force that surrounds us. You become aware of the very existence of life in another being, in this case a tree, which is the same as the life that resides within you. So going out, taking a walk in nature, maybe even taking a walk bare feet, that's a great way of grounding. And doing meditation that is going to open up your root chakra and sacral chakra, that is going to help you heal from these wounds that you have been carrying. And Earth's magic is all about that. It is being in touch with the magic that surrounds us, the magic of nature, the magic of trees, the magic of Mother Gaia, Earth itself. And that is going to help you actually be more rooted in your reality, because I feel like you have your crown chakra, your intuition is and your third eye chakra, those are quite active, but what is required is grounding. Also, I'm seeing that maybe yoga is going to help you. And yoga doesn't necessarily mean doing all sorts of challenging asanas and pushing the body to its limits. Although that has its own benefits, but breathing and meditation techniques, those are really going to. That is actually, according to me, the more profound part of yoga, and that is going to help you. Another thing that is going to help you is to actually just allow yourself maybe during a meditation session or even otherwise, allow yourself to sit in stillness and to submerge yourself in all your inner feelings, in all your fears and insecurities, and just listening to your body, listening to um, what your body has to tell you. Your body also signals a lot of things. Your gut has its own intelligence, its own brain. It's known as the second brain of the body. And allow yourself to totally be submerged in that feeling. Be submerged in the essence of who you are. I feel like you are a really spiritual person, and the only thing that is holding you back is some sort of fear or insecurity that is not. I'm also hearing that you have spiritual gifts and abilities that you are afraid of sharing with the world, that you are afraid of actually openly even practicing. And Spirit is nudging you to take that step. Don't be afraid. Yeah, there's a lot of orange as well. So your sacral chakra may be a little blocked. Work on your lower chakras, which is your sacral chakra, your root chakra. Your sacral chakra has to do with your creativity, with its and your root chakra has to do with your security, your sense of safety and security, and your sense of real estate in the world, the place that you hold, basically. Working on these two chakras is definitely going to help you heal from. And I have a feeling that your wounds are connected with these two chakras. So you can find out more about how you can open up the sacral and root chakras, and also grounding techniques that can help you as well. So that is certainly what I'm seeing here. That is what is going to help you heal from these wounds. Okay? Spread your wings and fly. Spread your wings and fly. You're a really strong and powerful person, so it's time for you to acknowledge that. It's time for you to do what you have been afraid of doing until now. It's going to help you in your journey. It's going to help you in opening up and showing the world what you really are capable of. I feel like you may have a very cold sort of exterior, you're afraid to let people in because of the wounds that you have been carrying. But it's time for that cold exterior, it's time for that hard exterior to melt away. Okay? So I hope this reading was useful to you. I wish you all the very best, and I hope to see you in another video. And I really do hope that you were able to find these messages useful in some way. And I wish you the best on your journey. Do take care of yourself, and yeah, have a great day. Alright? Thank you for joining me. Bye bye. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 3, which is the purple thread, let's take a look at your messages. We have observer, then we have clean it up, okay, we have no place like home, then we have dream time, creation, beautiful, we have lotus flower, unfoldment, volcano, volatility, and we have wind, activation. Okay. The first message that I'm getting is that those of you who have chosen this pile are actually really sweet, and you like doing nice things for people, you like making people smile, you like being romantic and sweet and flirty, but I feel like that is who you really are. But what happens is that some people tend to take advantage of such people, and you sort of keep holding on to that. You don't express that. But once you've had enough, it just bursts out like a volcano, and you just can't hold it in anymore. So I'm getting that your wound actually has led you to have a few anger management issues, if I can say that. It has made you harden up on the exterior. It has made you skeptical of people. Okay. And I feel like you may have closed up to people because of this reason, because you feel that, oh, everybody's just going to take advantage of me anyway, so I'm just going to stay at home. I don't want to go out, I don't want to make new friends or whatever, because people suck. That is the kind of feeling that I'm getting. So you keep yourself at a distance, you do your thing, and you just like to observe people from a distance and not actually get involved. What is going to help you is to heal your wound is actually creativity, and not just creativity in the literal sense, creating something, taking action and I don't know, drawing, sketching, painting, singing, dancing, all of that. But creativity that allows you to dream, creativity that allows you to express who you really are and express your vulnerability, because you feel like you are this lotus flower surrounded by gunk, surrounded by mud, surrounded by dirt, and you feel vulnerable. You feel like I don't know if I can hold on to my inner beauty. I don't know if I can really express who I am in these circumstances, in these situations. But what is going to help you heal this wound or these wounds is to actually work on all those cobwebs in your mind. We tell ourselves stories about how the world is and how things are not fair, and how anything that doesn't allow us to actually blossom. All of those negative thoughts and feelings that hold us back, that remain like cobwebs in our head, and they refuse to go away. It's time for you to clean those up. This could literally be you going about cleaning your physical surroundings, because a lot of times, I mean, this is known to have a psychological impact on us. When we clean clutter in our home, we automatically feel lighter, we feel more at ease, and we feel like our internal cobwebs are also cleaned. So, cleaning up your physical space is also going to help, because we have both these cards here. We have no place like home as well. So, that is something that you could definitely do. Another thing that is going to help you to tame your inner, um, I'm not judging at all. Um, Another thing that is going to help you tame your inner extreme um, feelings is by being active. What do you mean by being active? It could be anything that involves basically moving your body. It could be as simple as going out and taking a walk in the park, or cycling, or swimming, or anything for that matter. And if it is something creative, it's going to bring you all the more joy, and it's going to um, help you really blossom as a person and shine. I'm hearing shine as a person. Okay. I feel like there are some inner demons that you are fighting at the moment, and you may be feeling a little confused also, that there's one side of you that is really sweet and tame. I'm hearing tame and shy and very internal, and the other side of you is wanting to come out and express, and even express emotions that are usually seen as negative emotions like anger and frustration. So you may be feeling a little torn between these two sides of yourself. But the point is to um, to find balance between these two, and to accept yourself as a whole. These are not two people. This entirely makes you. who you are. Okay. And I'm also getting a message about every time you feel triggered, you feel angry, or you feel like, oh, no one's understanding me, or things are going bad again, and I'm not able to really communicate properly, or I'm not able to um, express exactly what I'm feeling in the right manner. Uh, the message that I'm getting is that when that happens, it's important for you to step out of um, that situation for a bit. Okay, separate yourself from that situation for a bit. Maybe go out and take a walk in nature, or even clean your surroundings, your home. And how that is going to help you is not just distract yourself, but it's going to help you observe your emotions more closely. It's going to help you observe why exactly this is happening. What is your body trying to tell you? Why exactly, or where exactly is the root of this problem? Where are these reactions coming from? So it is important for you to become an observer of yourself. And it sounds a little dissociative, I know, but that is one technique that a lot of even psychologists recommend. So when you find yourself in the throes of emotion, and you know that you are going to react badly to a particular situation, take a step out of the situation and just observe yourself. That is also what Eckhart Tolle speaks about. When you, because all of these emotions actually come from our ego. Okay, it's as plain and simple as that. But when you step out of that and you watch yourself, it's sounding a bit creepy probably, but if you watch yourself and watch how you are reacting, that feeling is going to pass. Okay, and you'll also be able to understand how exactly this wound has come into place. Where is the root of this wound? Alright? Observe yourself from a distance. I'm not asking you to have an outer body experience or anything. No. But to take a step back from a situation and just let presence come into you again. Feel centered. And then come from a then when you come back to the situation, things are going to be different. You are not going to react the way you initially would have reacted to it. Alright? There's so much beauty within you, but you have to allow that to unfold. You have to allow yourself to open up to that. There's a lot of creativity and beauty in you. Beauty does not mean just outwardly. You may be a beautiful person externally, but you definitely are a beautiful person inside. And it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to let that beauty exude in the outer world. Alright? So that was your reading, file number 3. I hope that was useful to you. And I hope there were some positive, uplifting messages that you can take back and think about. Alright, I wish you all the very best on your journey, and I hope to see you again soon in another video. Do feel free to like, share, and comment on the video. I'd love to know if this reading actually resonated with you. And yeah, take good care of yourself. Okay, Um, what else? Yeah, if you feel so inclined, do subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and I wish you all the very best. Take care. Bye bye.